Hey there, it's Camilla Slater here from Wise Women Sisterhood on Patreon and also from camillaslater.com. So today I'm going to talk to you about systemic coaching and what it actually is and why I'm such an advocate of it and why it is basically the approach that I've really honed in on and subscribed to over the years as a mentor to women for over 20 years. And systemics is a particular approach that really galvanizes this notion and idea that everything that you do is connected to everything else. So it relates back to a thing called systems theory. And if you know anything about systems and systems theory, you'll kind of get what I'm saying. But if you're new to this, basically what it's about in terms of my coaching is that it takes you into a realm where you may start with one particular issue with me, and that will inevitably link in with other areas of your life in a way that's quite organic, quite kind of natural, and we allow it to flow in those ways so that you get deep, grounded healing as opposed to a singular surface kind of approach that's just going to skim over the surface, deal with one singular issue that's separated out from other things, one niche issue, and then keep you basically in the same place that you've always been, which is craving, yearning, wanting more out of your life, not being able to attain that. So systemics is really a very different approach. It's the approach that I use, and it's the approach that I use in Wise Women Sisterhood on Patreon. And I do this as a kind of service-driven venture for women so that you can afford, for the price of a cup of coffee, you can really access quality group coaching with quality resources and stuff. And I do it as a service to women because I really believe in it. Not everything in life, if you're a systemic kind of advocate like I am, and a regenerative farmer as well, an organic farmer as well as a business person and as well as a past creative, or still creative, but I don't do it professionally anymore. The real drive for me is about more than money. It's actually about understanding the planet as it is at the moment and making ethical and substantial changes that move myself and other human beings in the right direction, given the circumstances that we currently face and the predicaments we currently face. We know that we've got inordinate amounts of financial kind of inequality at the moment, and that's going to get worse. I'm in a fortunate position. So what is my responsibility there? It's to be of service to other people and to make sure that I'm behaving ethically in a way that's going to be allowing other women to access some of these ideas. I also do elite coaching with people who can kind of afford it and want that privacy. But I'm really big on kind of putting my money where my mouth is and saying, okay, so let's be really ethical and clear about this. Let's do what I perceive to be the right thing, which is to move beyond the very model that is creating so much destruction on the planet. It is the mercantile model that is currently driving the destructive predicament that humanity is in. We've got pandemics, we've got wars increasing, we've got more conflict, we've got issues with resources and natural resources being sucked out of the earth at such a rate and causing so much havoc. We've got global warming, climate change. We've got a whole host of issues that impact us and are starting to impact us in terms of the cost of living and how we're actually negotiating the world around us. You're in that boat. I'm in that boat. We are all impacted by this. This is what systemics is about. This is what regenerative principles are about as well. So how do you make change personally? Wise Women Sisterhood is one way of actually, for the price of a cup of coffee, accessing some really grounded support to help us deal with these issues and to make changes that we may want to make personally and socially in our lives. It's up to you. But the issue for me is that I want to be someone who leaves my children, I have one son, something that is really, really okay in the world. I want to be the kind of human being and the kind of woman who's service-oriented. I want to be the kind of woman who understands that selling someone something for thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars maybe isn't the way to go, and that's kind of like not really what I want to be doing with my ethics and my level of integrity. Sure, everyone needs to make a living and things, but there's also, I believe, you know, a greater sensibility that's really called for at the moment, which means that we want to be looking at some stuff that goes beyond the financial all the time. We want to be looking at how we're living in a grounded kind of systemic way that understands everything's connected. The Coca-Cola that I buy from the supermarket, and believe me, I do not buy it. I used to be a Diet Coke addict. I do not buy it. Actually impacts the quality of the water that we drink. And even though we don't see that, it impacts the health that we are experiencing. It impacts our sugar intakes. Anyway, so systemics is really about kind of understanding the relationship between how you're living and the greater system at large, and making sure that you're able to live in a way that's really grounded and true to yourself, and gives you a better life regardless of your circumstances, a better way of being and doing. Okay, I'm going to go. Wise Women Sisterhood on Patreon, CamillaSlater.com. Enjoy your day. Have a great one. I'll be posting up here soon because I've shifted off some other social media platforms in favour of this, which seems calmer and just better for me. Okay, lots of love. See you soon. Bye for now.